We're back.
We are back after some technical difficulties, aka celebrating
Obviously.
with water. We are back. Raptors post-game show, championship post-game show. Danielle.
Sounds pretty nice.
A bunch of Raptors have spoken in words as well. We're going to show you every single thing as we can. Fred VanVleet at the podium right now. The only other player other than Kawhi Leonard to get a Finals MVP vote. Let's hear what he has to say.
I don't even give a damn. Just unbelievably blessed. Obviously, I take family very seriously. And hold it dear to my heart, so it came at a great time. And there's a lot of other things that go into that. I won't bore you with the details, but if that's a story you like, so be it.
Second row over here.
Has it been more about talent, more about the right tactics, more about heart and resiliency? What was the secret of this team? Why are you the best this year?
It's all of those things. You nailed it. There's no one thing. We have a lot of talent. We're a very deep team. You go down this roster, there were guys who didn't even play who are very capable. And we have a lot of talent. And when that talent works hard and goes out there and pays it forward every day, then you have a chance to be special. And then when you're tied in and your coaching staff gives you good game plans and you go out there and try to execute and you work together, you know, the sky's the limit. And we were able to do that over the course of the playoffs.
Front row on your right.
Hey, Trista Crick, USA Today. I'm curious as to your thoughts about the balance. You guys have guys that are obviously undrafted like you, guys from small schools, guys that were from Europe, but also multiple All-Stars on this squad as well. Are you guys a super team or no?
We're NBA champions, so if that makes you a super team, I'll take it. People don't view us that way because it's untraditional. It's not the glam stars. None of our guys, probably other than Kawhi, are in that big boy club or the fanboy club of the NBA. We got guys who had to get it the long way, who had to get it out the mud, who had to get it against the grain, and we got a team full of them coming from all different places, all walks of life, all different life stories to get to this moment. But we got some talent. We got some talent for sure, and at the end of the day, going out there in the playoffs is about performing at a high level, and we were able to do that, over the course of 2 months.
On your right, Steve.
Steve Ashburn, NBA.com. Fred, 5 of the 6 games in this series were won by the road team, and that was done in 2 particularly difficult places to play, arenas. What's the key on this stage to winning games when you are the traveling party?
I think it allows you to lock in a little bit better. I think it allows you to have that us against the world mentality where the only thing that matters is the guy next to you, and your crowd being anxious and excited doesn't have any effect on you when you're on the road. And it takes a different level of effort, and I think that for us, going on the road, it allowed us to take it up a notch more than what we usually do. You can't rely on the crowd to give you runs or to give you energy. You got to go out there and do it yourself. And, usually winning an NBA championship, you're going to have to win some games on the road, and we were able to do that.
Mike, on your right.
Fred, Mike Gander, Toronto Sun. You spent a lot of time with Steph in this series. First off, did you get a chance to, at the end of it all, to sort of exchange anything with him?
Yeah, just try to pay our respects and shake most of those guys' hands best you can. He was kind of the first guy I was next to. Just obviously, letting them know how much respect and admiration I have for him, and vice versa. And we compete. We really compete together. We compete on this stage, and those guys are super competitors, as are we. So to be able to just in defeat, their guys are very gracious, and they know what it takes to get to this stage. So they were very, congratulatory as well.
And just what was it like when Nick told you he was going to give you that assignment and put that on your shoulders?
Yeah, I just try to own up to it. I try to live up to it. It's a big task. It's a big assignment, and I know what it meant to our team. So did pretty good over the course of the series. He got loose. It felt like he scored 1,000 points on me. As a defender, you never like getting scored on, so that was tough. And, it's obviously the toughest guy I had to guard for that long, every game, all game, a million screens. It's hard to push and grab. He's so good at drawing fouls. And so I just try to live up to the challenge and, accept the challenge. And hopefully I gain some respect there and, just try to help my team get wins.
Fourth row over here on the left.
Fred, Nick Nurse made some polarizing calls in this finals. He also put a lot of trust in you. Just wondering in your opinion, how instrumental was he in the team's success throughout the seasons and in the finals?
No, he's our head coach. He's our head coach, and you guys kill head coaches when we lose. You know, coaches get all the blame, and when we win, players get all the credit. So that's just how it goes. But Nurse has been unbelievable. He's kind of been the captain of the ship, and he's weathered the storms, and he's kept us even keeled, and he's made some, you know, unusual adjustments and experimented things, and some things worked and some things didn't. But you know, he was trying. He tried everything. And you got to give that guy a lot of credit in his first year to win an NBA championship. Also want to give Coach Casey a lot of credit for building this team up to what it was. The guys who were here before, DeMar, JV, DeLon, Jakob, the guys who we built this up to what it was, and then to be able to take it to the next level this year. Give Nurse a lot of credit for steering that ship. Don't ask no damn question back there, man.
Kyle Lowry, Toronto Raptors. Fred, how does it feel to be a world champion?
It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable to have guys like Kyle Lowry on your team who step up and go for 15 in the first quarter, you know, but he should have had 50. But, you know, he slowed down, so I just want to come out there in the second half and bail him out and try to help him for his legacy. You know, they kill my man all the time in the playoffs. He gets more slander than everybody I ever seen in the league. And so to have him be able to hold that trophy up tonight, that's what means the most for us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah, that's your point guards, Raptors fans. One asking questions to another, one chirping the other, both NBA champions, Danielle. And that was Kyle Lowry after 15 first quarter points. Really set the tone for the Raptors in the Game 6 win.
What a moment for Lowry.
He is taking questions from the media. Let's take you live to him.
Season, I know that you are still trying to figure out the decisions by your GM, Masai Ujiri, especially trading your close friend DeMar DeRozan. Now that you guys have won the title, where are you at with that? How do you feel now?
You know, when he made the trade, you know, as a friend, and my emotions was there, but I understood that, you know, I had to go to work, and I still play for the Toronto Raptors. So I knew that that's my job. My job was to go out there and to be the best basketball player I can be. And how I feel now is we won a championship. I mean, it's a great feeling.
Bruce on the left.
Kyle, Bruce Arthur from the Toronto Star. You've been in this organization for a long time. This has been your goal for a long time. But your whole basketball career, you felt undervalued. You felt like you never found a home until here. And even in your Toronto career, there have been ups and downs. Can you put into words what this means for you, for Kyle Lowry, after everything you've been through kind of your whole life?
Words can't explain how I feel. It's been a long, long time, 13 years of NBA basketball, a couple years of college, you know, a couple years of, you know, high school basketball. And to be able to say I'm a world champion, you know, it makes me feel great. And to do it with the group of guys that we did it with is amazing. Like, it's just, you know, it's kind of still surreal. It hasn't hit me yet. And, you know, I'm still kind of in this moment of just like, you know, is this real yet? And for me, just at the end of the day, I work extremely hard on my game. I work extremely hard on myself, and I am extremely hard on myself. And I'm happy to be able to say I'm a champion, and it's been a long time coming.
In the front row on your right.
Kyle, Trista Crick, USA Today. Fred was sort of joking when he was talking to you about you being one of the most slandered guys in the league. Do you feel that that's sort of the case? Obviously, it doesn't matter now.
People got their own opinions. They're going to say what they want to say. They always have. I hear them, I listen, you know, but they don't affect my life. You know, everyone has their own opinions. And I go out there and I do my job to the best of my abilities. And people that know, you know, my teammates, the organization, they know what I bring to the table, and they appreciate what I do, and you know what I've done. And I score 0 points. People, you know, blah blah blah. I do this. I don't score. I understand, you know, what people say. I hear them, but if we win a game and we win as a group, and that's all that matters. Winning is all that matters to me, and you know, I'm at the highest level of winning right now.
Michael, over here, fourth row.
Kyle, you had the ball in your hand a couple of times at the end of Game 5, and they ended up forcing a Game 6. Where between those 2 days did you make up your mind that you were going to come out and impose yourself the way you did offensively in the first quarter?
I took what the game was going to give me, but I wanted to be aggressive. I look back at every game we've played and we won. I've shot, double-figure times, and I was more aggressive. And the games, I think besides Game 1, but all the other games that we won, I was more aggressive offensively, makes or misses. But people thought that we would kind of be like, oh man, we gave away Game 5, but the group of guys that we have, we've been able to stay level-headed the whole time and understanding that we had a team that was going to come out here and play extremely hard. Fans were going to be loud, and they were going to fight to the death. And that's the one thing about that group. They fought to the death, and they got some great guys down there, great coaches. And we tip our hats to those guys because they're the definition of champions.
What did you learn about Kawhi during the last 2 months that you didn't know from the regular season?
How tough. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, he's unbelievably good. He's been showing it all year. It's nothing you can, he's shown us this all year. And, he's in NBA Finals MVP again.
Back right.
Hi. Steve Futterman from CBS News. Congratulations on being an NBA champion.
Thank you.
You talked a bit before about the long NBA career, your college career, high school career. It's a long journey, and length does not necessarily mean you're going to have one of these happy endings. Can you talk about the satisfaction? Because there are many great players that probably don't get to this point. You have achieved this, and the thrill and the beauty of the satisfaction you have of being an NBA champion.
It's kind of crazy, there's a lot of guys that has this same journey and they haven't been able to get to this point. And I'm just so happy to be able to be a part of it and to say I'm an NBA champion. I don't take it for granted at all. I know how hard how hard it's been, how hard it is to get here. I know how hard it takes, and it takes some luck also, and it takes some purified professionals just to go out there and just keep going and working and trying to get it done. And I'm happy to be a part of that fraternity now to say I'm a champion.
And were there some times, I'm guessing you're a human like everyone else, can you talk about now that you're on the top, were there some times when you said to yourself, I wonder, should I keep the battle going?
No, I always want to keep working. I love this game. I love this job. I love my life. I just continue to grow, just continue to get better as a man, as a basketball player, as an individual.
Last three, we'll do Eric, Robert, and over here.
Eric Curry, The Athletic. Kyle, two things. First, I noticed you weren't really in the fray too much in the locker room. What was sort of your celebration immediately after? And two, what are you going to do with all these balls you're collecting?
I don't drink, so, I didn't want to, I did a couple sprays, and I wanted to, make sure that everybody, I was in there a little bit. And for this basketball, I'll make sure that, we'll put that one in the practice gym or somewhere and have it done up to say the 2019 NBA champions. That one will be displayed somewhere in Toronto.
On your right, third row.
Max from PPS. First, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've been with the Raptors for a few years. Mm-hmm. It must be a great feeling today. What do you want to say to the city of Toronto and the fans there?
It's more the city of Toronto, the country of Canada. We did it. We brought it home, and we want everybody to celebrate safely.
Robert?
Robert Littal, BSO. When Kawhi was in here, he told a story about how he texted you shortly after the trade. He said he knew you were upset, but wanted to talk to you. What did that mean to you to hear from him directly about that at that time? And then just kind of a last question: how does it feel as a team and a country to break the Drake curse?
When he texted me, it was a quick text, and just to show the type of person he is, willing to reach out, understanding that the situation was a little bit sensitive, but he knew that, he felt something could be done special with our group. And I don't know nothing about the Drake curse. That's my homie. That's my friend. So I don't know nothing about a curse. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle. This concludes the session in here for tonight. Thank you. Safe travels, everyone.
Safe travels, everyone, and safety out on the streets because it is
It's a whole
wild.
vibe. A whole vibe, Danielle.
Look at it. Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful thing.
I wonder how long that's going to go for. Days, weeks, months, years?
Forever.
Until humans are extinct. Like dinosaurs, like that's in Saga City. 20,000 plus, going on there. It is amazing. The whole country, Danielle, on a vibe because, and I'm going to say this, the Toronto Raptors are NBA champions.
That is correct. That is a statement, a factual statement, and we couldn't be happier for them. What a crazy game that was. It had everything and nothing and all the things in Toronto are champions. Look at that.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Everybody is vibing. We're trying to vibe with you as well with the post-game show. Unbelievable. Unreal. Look, it is
So
a
good.
post-game show. Raptors have won the NBA championship. There is some breaking news just coming in from Adrian Wojnarowski with regards to Klay Thompson. Now, he left that game, Woj just saying, torn ACL in his left knee. Torn ACL for Klay Thompson, who somehow came and hit 2 freaking free throws and then left the game.
It felt like a WWE wrestling moment when he came back out because the cheers were like
Kobe-esque,
an
right?
electric moment that he came back. But you brought it up, FaZe, while we were watching the game, that if he didn't shoot those free throws, he's out for sure. And I'm sure he wanted to gut it out just in case. Apparently he told Steve Kerr he needed 2 minutes on the bench to rest and wanted to get back in the game. And unfortunately that wasn't
We
going to
saw
happen.
the Bob Myers reaction there as well when he was walking to the locker room. Bob's like, "No,
You think he's going to be protective now?
Yeah, we saw this script play out before Klay, of course, set to be an unrestricted free agent, just like Kevin Durant, just like Kawhi Leonard, who is an NBA champion for a second time, winning a Finals MVP with his second team as well. He hit the podium a little earlier today after the Raptors won the NBA championship. Let's hear from the fun guy.
First question towards the back.
Kawhi, Paul Antunes, ESPN Brazil. Congratulations. I'm just wondering, when you first got traded to Toronto, what went through your mind? Was it one of your preferred destinations? And how did your feelings evolve or change during this run, and how do you feel now?
I mean, we all know where my destinations were. But obviously, like I said, when I was there on my opening day meeting, that, I was focused on the now. And, I wanted to make history here. And that's all I did. I just, I'm still playing basketball no matter what jersey I have on. And the guys here been, making runs in the playoffs before I came. So I know they're a talented team. And, I just came in with the right mindset. Let's go out and win ball games. I text Kyle probably a day later or the day that I got traded and told him, let's go out and do something special. I know your best friend left. I know you're mad, but, let's make this thing work out. And we're here today.
Mark here in the third row.
Kawhi, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Wondering what went through your mind when Steph Curry had that look, and whether you thought that the game could be in their hands at that moment, and also your thoughts on when Klay Thompson went down with that injury.
Well, first I'll start with Klay. I hope he's okay. I never want to see a good friend of mine go out like that. I hope he's able to, recover from it, or, nothing's serious. And I just, when he went down, I just really thought about him. I didn't care about the game that much. And, once he left, we got to flip our mindset back to like trying to beat the Warriors. So that's what I did. And with the shot with Steph, It didn't look like it was a good shot. I mean, he hits those shots, but I wasn't too worried about it at that moment. Obviously, he can make that. He made it millions of times, but I just was focused on the rebound. You know, I've been in situations like that in the finals that I lost up 2 or 3 points, and we lost that game because of rebounds. I forgot who shot the ball. I mean, you guys know the story. It was the last 2 possessions for Miami. They got 2 chances to shoot threes. Well, 4 chances at the basket out of 2 possessions. And that was my focus. I was just trying to get the rebound. And once he missed the ball, I tried to keep tipping it so some more time could run out. Didn't want to grab it right away so they could foul me. And Draymond ended up with it with 0.9 seconds and called a timeout and kept moving from there.
Reed in the back.
Kawhi, Reed Forgrave with CBS Sports, straight ahead. You've been through this roller coaster of a couple years, and now you're sitting with the Finals trophy, the MVP trophy next to you again. And I'm curious how these couple years have changed you as a man and changed the way you look at faith and kind of your priorities in life.
Well, just the year last year, a lot of people were doubting me. Thought I was either faking an injury or didn't want to play for a team. And that was disappointing to me that was out in the media, because I love the game of basketball. Like I always say, if we're not playing this game, if we're hurt, I mean, you're down. So me just, going through that, and, I just knew that I have to make myself happy and no one else. And I have to trust myself. And it doesn't matter what anybody has to say about me. I know who I am as a person. I know how I feel. And always just trust yourself. And that was my goal and my focus. And, that's one of the things that, I take on the floor. I don't care about what media has to say about me, or if they want me to score whatever, 30 points, because I did the game before. I'm going to come out and play the right way. I'm not trying to make headlines. And, that's just things that, I pretty much learned just throughout this journey of being in the NBA. So, I mean, that's how I just keep growing up as a man, and that's why I say I just think about my past life and try to learn from situations and be wise and learn from others.
Last 2 questions, standing on the left side.
Kawhi, Dan Wicke with the Los Angeles Times. Along those lines, you since Media Day, you've said, I just want to play basketball. I'm curious what it was like emotionally to hear that final horn, to know that a year after you had basketball sort of taken away from you, that you were able to be on stage with an MVP trophy, to be in a locker room. What did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. Like I said, last summer was tough. I was still rehabbing, and just trusted the process really with myself, and told myself I'll be back. I wasn't going to come back until I could be the player I am today. I wanted to come back in the same shape and form without, coming out playing 5 games and then re-injuring something. I wanted to be able to play the season, or what I did this year. I wasn't able to play 82, but I'm happy that I got to the 60 games. But just be able to win this championship this year is just something special for me, because how the last year everybody was looking at me, and I stayed true to myself, and I had a great support system. And once I got here to Toronto, they understood everything, and the move kept moving from there.
Last question, standing in the back.
Martinez Johnson, the undefeated. You're obviously known as someone known for their defense. How special was it to receive the MVP award from Bill Russell?
It was very special. Obviously, I didn't come out in this series trying to win it. It was a whole group collectively. Tonight, Fred played amazing in that fourth. Kyle played amazing tonight throughout the whole game. Pascal played big. And, I just kept striving and, pushing. And, I ended up with the trophy, but everybody deserves it.
Thank you, Kawhi.
What is going down, everyone? Facebook Misa, Danielle Me Show. That was Kawhi Leonard following his second Finals MVP. This one with the Toronto Raptors, who are the NBA champions, Danielle. And I want to ask you about the very first question.
Yes.
The very first answer. He's talked about the trade. He talked about what he said to Kyle Lowry. He texted him, "Let's do something special. I know your best friend left. I know you're mad. But let's make this thing work out."
And I remember being at Media Day when Kawhi was introduced to everyone as a Toronto Raptor and thinking, Kawhi came in and you're kind of going, okay, we know that he's a bit mellow is a nice way of putting it, I suppose, but very subdued. And then Kyle came out right after and I felt like Kyle seemed super salty, which fits his personality, but I'm going, how's this going to work? How's this going to jive? And here, this whole time, Kawhi had reached out.
They're bonding, man.
Right? They were bonding in their own way. It didn't need to be a public thing. It didn't need to be I like him better than DeMar, whatever. But Kawhi, being the leader that he was, knew that he had to extend that, have that conversation with Kyle, especially considering the circumstances. And I'm awesome that he brought it up.
All right, let's bring up some of the numbers from the fourth quarter, because you and I were talking about it, and this is insane. It's just insane. From Micah Adams, Kawhi was 0 for 4 from the floor, as in he only took four bleeping shots in the entire fourth quarter. Curry played just under 10 minutes. He shot 1 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3.
Including the one we thought was going in.
No, we all thought that last one with 10 seconds left was going in. Fred VanVleet was a leading scorer with 12 points.
Fred Sr. with all the dad vibes in the world in Game 6.
3 Raptors played the entire quarter. Kawhi was not one of them. Kawhi was not one of them.
We saw many odd lineups throughout this game and some janky defense again with a little zone coming out of the Golden State Warriors side of things. But,
all right, I want to bring you one more because where it all started was with this guy. That's how the Raptors first got on the map, Vince Carter. And he tweeted out, "Wow, Raptors, unbelievable accomplishment. So proud and way to get it done. #champs."
Classy move from VC.
Yeah. Who, again, was in the house for a couple of the games, got acknowledged by the Raptors fans. Raptors fans were on such a vibe this series that they were cheering Vince Carter during that game. They've forgotten all the past. The past doesn't matter because the Raptors are NBA champions. They were led by a rookie head coach, Nick Nurse, who himself has had one of the more unbelievable journeys. It's something he spoke about when he hit the podium. Let's show you what head coach Nick Nurse had to say.
Yeah, a little wet. Had a lot of bottles of champagne in there.
First question in the middle on 4.
Coach, congratulations. Ryan Leong, Associated Press Broadcasting. There was so much that happened between last year's offseason and where you're sitting at right now at this podium. Can you just talk about what it means to have gone through all that, becoming a first-year head coach, and after all the changes in the offseason, getting Kawhi Leonard, culminating in the city and the first championship for Toronto?
I mean, yeah, it was a heck of a 12 months, and I don't know. I just try to take things as they come. You know, you didn't look too far ahead. Obviously, when we made some additions to the team, you know, we thought we could be good, but we had no idea what the health status was and all those things. And again, you just got to go take the guys you got and go play and manage it the best you can. And then look at the opponents and try to figure out a way to beat them. And it was a great group, though. They really played together. I thought they really fought hard. They were tough-minded. They didn't seem like this was wearing on them at all. 2 months of playoff basketball. They never seemed tired to me mentally. They kept wanting the film sessions. They kept wanting to walk through things. They kept wanting to keep learning and improving. And I think that was a big key because we had to do that in the playoff run because we really hadn't had all that much time together.
Steve on the right side on the 4th row.
Steve Ashburner, NBA.com. Nick, every Eastern Conference team that began the season aspiring to get to the finals knew there was a good chance that they would run into the Golden State Warriors. How much does it add to what you guys have accomplished that you beat a team that will be considered one of the greatest in league history?
Well, I mean, first of all, you're right. I think you thought get through the East, and the chances were you were going to be playing Golden State. I mean, I probably stayed up late and watched Golden State more than anybody, just for the heck of it, right? Just to see what they were doing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It means a lot for our city and the country and for these players, staff. You know, an incredible group of people. My assistant coaches and the support staff, and I don't know if it would have meant any more or any less. To be honest with you, you get the win and you're just happy you got it, and celebrate that fact.
As you saw the attrition in their team, the injuries, and the fact that they were still in it right up to Steph's shot at the end. I mean, does it add to the respect that people in the league would have for a team like that?
100%. That was hard on them. Right, I think they had a rough year injury-wise, and they kept playing. They got through some playoff rounds, and guys in and out, and obviously a lot of things, a lot of bad breaks in the finals, to be honest. And like us, they kept on playing. We just had to keep on playing no matter who was out there, and I think they were super intense, high-level games, and both teams desperately trying to win. And I have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Kerr and his staff and their players, for sure.
Tim, last row in the back.
Nick, Tim Reynolds with the AP. Congratulations, of course. I know you are your least favorite topic, so I'm probably going to regret asking this question, but what do you think your story says as far as a guy who played mid-major, a guy who had to go to Britain, a guy that had to win a couple titles in the G League before you got that phone call to come talk about offense, and the story you were telling earlier, yesterday or today or something? They all blend in now. What do you think your story is going to mean to the coach who doesn't think he's ever going to get the shot?
Well, I would hope it inspires some people that are in those situations to keep working. I always say that all those jobs meant the world to me at the time, right? Winning with Birmingham in '96, or winning with Rio Grande Valley, whatever year that was, and those games and jobs meant the world to me, and I loved all those jobs. And I think you can't do very good work if you don't love what you're doing. And I don't know, and I never really got discouraged. I didn't really care at the level I was coaching at. I was just trying to learn and get better. That's it.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, that's Nick Nurse, an incredible story in itself. One of the amazing, unbelievable stories as part of this Raptors team. You know who was a story throughout this postseason? You know what I'm going to say, right?
Drake.
We don't even have to talk about this. You knew I was going to say Drake.
Obviously.
So Drake was doing his thing, first of all, he was at Jurassic Park, and people were saying, oh, why wasn't Drake at the road games? Why wasn't Drake at the road games? Drizzy taking to Instagram Live following the game. I was watching very closely. He said, out of respect for the league, he didn't go. They asked him not to out of safety concerns, because we know how many people were in their feelings about Drake on the sideline, getting opposing fans really pissed off about his antics and massages and stuff like that. But Drake was really feeling himself as well. So let's go through some Drake stuff. I got some Drake stuff for you, Danielle. You ready? Let's start with this picture.
Champagne
this is a moment for
Pappy.
Drizzy as well. And can you believe, this is messing with fate a little bit. All of them have champion shirts already. They were ready.
So they had a box on the side ready to go.
But it's not the normal ones the Raptors have. They're OVO branded ones, and I'm saying I need 20.
Yes.
I need 20 now. Danielle and I both need one, by the way.
Obviously.
Immediately.
That hat yesterday.
Immediately. All right, let's keep going. Somebody photoshopped Drizzy, the MJ, holding the trophy, which is amazing.
I feel like we always see the sad Jordan, the crying Jordan one, and this is way better. And it's actually eerie how good the Photoshop is, because it really looks like it's him. Look at that picture.
I want you to look at the comment at the bottom. He says, I like my chips with the dip. And people are wondering, what does that mean? What does that mean? We're going to get to that in a hot second.
I don't know, but I also only want chips with dip.
Yo, you know what the Raptors did? They took care. Not take care. Took care. You gotta laugh. Gotta laugh. Had a producer, Anthony, over there. That's
great.
amazing.
past tense
And now,
jokes.
we're getting new Drake. 2 new tracks. He confirmed it on his IG Live. One with Ricky Ross. Yes, you guys are happy?
Oh,
yeah, everybody's like, yeah, rah, rah, yeah, New Drizzy and the Hizzy.
I can
for all you
confirm
guys.
FaZe had a very solid moment of silence when he saw that music had been released. Like, I didn't know if I could get him back. He was so happy.
Taylor Swift, by the way, dropped a track tonight.
That's what I've been waiting to listen to all
So
night.
less relevant than Drizzy. Okay, you ready? You guys good? All right, this is Drake in his post-game scrum, Danielle, at Jurassic Park. You ready?
Yep.
Count the Drake-ish lines that are going to come from this.
So many. Oh no! Oh.
Okay, I'm going to try to play it off my mic here.
6 and 6. Kyle Lowry with the ring. Kawhi Leonard bringing the chips to the city.
Is this a freestyle?
This is a freestyle.
That's all I know.
2 a.m. in Toronto.
I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
I like my chips with the dip.
We did what we had to do. Praying for AD.
This is the song he releases tomorrow. It's so disappointing.
No, this is going to be, no, sorry, okay, wait for this part right here, okay?
It's not about what it means. You know what it means. You turn your cameras up to the screen and know what it
Hold
means.
on.
You did this off of heart. You did this off of love. We willed this into existence. We manifested this. I told you the first time. People like to make memes. Make another meme out of this. It's beautiful. Look at my brothers up there celebrating. It is what it is. You see what my hat says? Not fine.
Right here.
Not Eastern Conference. Not nice try. Or see you next year. Champions. Let's go. Real talk.
Not nice try, not see you next year.
Champions.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I will say that was a really awkward monologue of post-game scrum.
What do you expect from Drake?
Yeah, I don't really know. I
He's
feel like
lit-ties
it was
right
like
now.
a weird, like, what's that slam poetry? Like, I feel like we should do this after.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
No?
I'm just
You would
going, yo,
never do that to
Drizzy,
your
drop
boy.
that track now, my guy.
Yeah.
Drop that track now. And
Ooh.
listen, it was a vibe in Jurassic Park. Set us up for this next vibe.
We go straight to what I'm assuming is my old stomping grounds at Yonge and Dundas Square. And
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is what is happening right now.
Everybody on one
I can't
right
wait
now.
to read how many people jammed themselves into that Yonge and Dundas corridor, but we knew it would be wild. We the North and Etobicoke representing. We got all the flags. Oh my goodness, full fireworks.
Oh my God.
I want to know, did someone...
Oh, our producer just said
They're
this
beautiful.
because it's so lit right now.
It's just so
it's
good.
lit right now in our chat. You guys are going too fast. I can't even. Everyone's
Yeah.
hitting. Give me chips with the dip. Give me chips with the dip.
Can you explain to me before we move on what chips in the dip actually
I don't know.
means?
I think he just made something up. Like he was talking about, we won the chip, like the championship,
Right.
and then he just associated chip with dip.
Okay.
And that's it. I don't like my chips plain, he said.
Me
I
neither.
like my chips with dip.
So I couldn't relate more to one of the lines that he's now
To
written.
the 3K of you watching right now on YouTube, we see you. I wish we could get to some of your comments. Keep them appropriate, and we'll try to do as much as we can.
Good
All
luck
right,
with that.
where do we want to go? We've got,
we got
spicy,
Pascal.
Spicy P.
Spicy P.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's
Amazing story all season long.
One of the best stories of them all. So let's hear from Spicy P, who went to the podium after winning the NBA championship.
Let's go.
First question, third row on your right.
Pascal, first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
all have a lot of international players on your team. How did the diversity of the team and the staff play a part in this championship?
I think it meant a lot just having guys from different countries and speaking different languages. I think it kind of like got us close together, and you kind of have all those little kind of friendship with guys that you can speak the same language with, and from Spanish to French to English, different cultures, and I think it kind of represents Toronto in general, having that diversity.
Third row over here, Lyle.
Pascal, LP par Radio Mieux, Radio-Canada, est-ce que tu peux me décrire un petit peu tes émotions d'être champion et peut-être un peu aussi tout le parcours que tu as eu pour te rendre jusqu'à être maintenant, avoir cette casquette sur la tête?
Je sais pas quoi dire, c'est inexplicable. Juste être ici, avoir l'opportunité de jouer et de gagner la NBA Finals, j'ai pas les mots en fait pour exprimer ma joie et c'est juste mon parcours, tout ce que j'ai fait, avoir l'opportunité d'être là aujourd'hui, représenter l'Afrique, le Cameroun. Je pense qu'il n'y a rien au-dessus de ça en fait. Juste avoir ça et pouvoir gagner pour toute une nation, pour pour tout un continent. C'est vraiment, je suis top en fait.
Second row over here.
Pascal, congratulations. Valeria Rubino, V-Sport, Corriere della Sera. Can you tell us what the feeling is of being a champ? Did you realize what just happened?
Yeah, hopefully I can I kind of like take it in a little bit, minute by minute. I mean, the champagne makes it hard, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Just excited, happy, kind of like seeing. It's hard to just sit down and think about everything, but just the hard work and everything you put in to be able to be here at this level and be able to win, it's a dream. It's a dream, and it feels amazing to be able to realize their dreams.
Davide, again on the left side.
Pascal, I'm Davide Chinelato, Gazzetta Italy. What do you think made this team the best team in the league? What makes you so special, guys?
I think we have. As a team, obviously we have the best player in the league and best player in this playoffs in Kawhi Leonard. But I think together we kind of like have this unit, like a bunch of guys that will go out there and wasn't they weren't top picks or whatever the case might be, but guys that just go out there and work every single day and try to be the best that they can be, and unselfish. It didn't matter, in the beginning of the season, Mark starting or Serge starting, and we had that change, and every single time, kind of like everyone kind of sacrificing everything for the team and the greater good. I think that's what makes us so special. Just that we are a team, and that's what makes us dangerous.
Again on the aisle over here.
Pascal, une autre question en français. Nicolas Landry de RDS à Montréal. Quelle est ton appréciation du travail de Nick Nurse cette saison? Tout au long de la saison avec vous à sa première saison comme entraîneur-chef dans la NBA?
Je pense que c'était bien, très bien pour lui d'être un coach sa première année en NBA. Bien sûr qu'il était dans le G League, mais c'est sa première saison en NBA. Et bien sûr, il avait des choses à apprendre, mais il a continué à travailler dur et nous a donné l'opportunité d'être à ce niveau aussi. Donc, c'est une très bonne saison pour lui. Je pense qu'il va continuer à travailler dur pour pouvoir être le meilleur qu'il peut être. Mais je pense qu'il a fait un très bon boulot.
Robert on the right side.
Robert Littell, BSO. Nick Nurse has always talked about your improvement in your game and just how you expanded it out and everything. Can you talk a little bit about how he's been able to help you as a coach and what he brought to the team in his first year here to get you kind of to this point?
I think, kind of like credit to him, just kind of using the pieces that he had and kind of seeing me being able to do different things on the floor and kind of exploring that and giving me a chance to go out there, not only me, but giving the confidence to guys like Fred and Norm and everyone, kind of like feeling like it's a equal opportunity type of team. Obviously knowing who our best player is, but just continuing to trust each other and having that mindset that at any time anyone can go off and he kind of gave us that freedom. So that's credit to him and he's been able to do a great job with that.
Take final two questions over there and on the third row over here.
Pascal Siakam, ESPN Brazil. Just if you could touch on your journey in the last 2 weeks, getting to the final, having that wonderful game one where you were 14 from 17 from the floor, everything that just came with the finals. Can you describe that feeling and everything that you went through, please?
Right. For me, it's a lot of ups and downs, man. And I think that's what make the journey so exciting. Just because you're not at your best, you're not the best that you can be. I think for me, as a player, a young player, just going out there every single day, knowing that I'm nowhere near where how good I can be, and it kind of gives me that opportunity to go out there and learn every single day, make mistakes and have bad games, but just continue to trust my work and everything that I put in to be here at this level, knowing that I deserve to be here at this level, and kind of working every single day to be the best player that I can be. It's going to have bad games. I'm going to miss shots, a lot of them. But at the same time, I just have to have the confidence to go out there and be myself and play the game that I love. And I think everything will always be okay when I do that.
Last question, third row in the center.
Kahari Jones, Post-Up Zone. Just speaking back on your journey, how do you feel like this will inspire kids in the basketball without borders program?
Oh man, I think it means a lot. It means a lot. I think that's one of the reasons why like I'm here and I have this flag and kind of like representing Cameroon and Africa. I think for me as a kid, I didn't have the opportunity to dream about this moment. Like I didn't think I could make it. I didn't think this was possible as a kid, and I think a lot of kids don't like think that it's possible. And just me being able to be here today and telling them that, hey, like look at me, like I was a little scrawny kid from Cameroon, Douala, and we just had couldn't even think about this moment, but here I'm at, as a champion, and I just want to tell them that it's possible, and that if you believe in something, go out there and work hard for it. Might sound cliche, but it's the truth. I'm the proof.
Thank you.
Thanks.
VanVleet will be next.
All right, Masai.
Show me the party.
We'll get to the,
Let's see the party.
Show
making
me.
of this
I need to
team
know.
That is
last
that is where
calendar year or
Dundas
so, but
Square,
your
young
reaction when
yo.
that final buzzer sounded
it's-
after they made you
that
wait
is a,
about 3
like,
minutes for
moving
the
shot,
review.
and I can
I'm
only
sure
tell
that the
because of
clock
the
was
lights.
The lights, yes, the lights on the
the
side.
bodies
It lasted
are
like 4 hours.
like
didn't it?
crammed like
What
sardines.
the hell
My
is going
goodness.
on? But no,
Good gracious.
How many people are?
honestly,
I'm
I'll
trying to
tell you,
count.
I'm
1,
feeling
2,
like this, I'm
3,
feeling
4,
like that. I
5.
can't even
That's
feel
my
it.
old
That's
stomping
on-
grounds
that's on
at
the
City
roof.
News,
It
and you
hasn't sank
can.
in.
I
hope,
feel like
um,
that's only one.
I-
That's
I'm
the
going on
four.
a
That's
long
right
plane
at
right
Young
now,
Indonesian.
and
That's the
I know
crosswalk
it'll
everyone's
sink
been
in,
running into every single
but
time
it's-
that the Raptors have won.
it's
Actually, as they've
unbelievable for
lost
the
as well.
players and the
But
coaches
Oh
and
my
ownership.
God.
Alvin knows,
Yeah.
like
Oh
these
my God.
guys
A
paved
whole
the way
vibe
for
in
us.
Toronto. You can see the smoke
and
coming out. Like,
kept growing, kept building.
what's everyone doing?
and-
Like,
Yeah, I
are
wanna
they
know.
partying? Like, are they hanging? Like, I don't
they're
even
like
know.
discussing the final 0.9
They're
seconds.
like,
That
hey,
almost
they're just
barely
waiting
made
for the
us.
0.9
yeah.
seconds to still expire. The Raptors still haven't
longest of my
technically
life.
won the championship yet. It's still going down. It's amazing.
And don't know if you noticed, it was hard to tell there, but New Balance didn't waste any time getting those
No,
Kawhi. Boardman gets titles advertisement displays. I have to say, they have owned the Kawhi campaign in the best way, and it couldn't have gone better.
Could not be more perfect
Yeah.
of a campaign.
I agree.
More shirts are going to come out later on Friday.
Well, it just was
Good
so
luck
him.
getting them. They're going to be sold out within seconds. We see you in the comments. I want to acknowledge a couple people.
All right.
Thor saying, yeah, I want my chips with dip. No idea what it means, but I'll be saying it. You know what? I bet, Danielle, that's going to be a tat on someone's arm
Chips
soon.
with dip?
I want my chips with dip.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
legit.
Best sports team is Canadian.
Yep,
Best rapper is Canadian.
correct.
Newt says, I want to move to Canada.
Come on down, my friend. We welcome you all.
People all over the streets, everything. It was insane.
Nice. Thanks
It
for
was
giving us
insane.
that
I can't
feel.
read your name. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Desk Tom 2003. Dip means they want to repeat. Ooh, I want my chips with dip.
okay.
Two time. You know who would love a repeat, Danielle?
Who?
Masai Ujiri.
Oh my
Now,
goodness. The lights on him.
5 seconds after the Raptors won, Adrian Wojnarowski.
Yes. Yeah.
Ruining the vibe.
A watch
Woj.
bomb and then
Woj.
immediately wanted me to just
Woj.
unfollow. I almost hit that
Woj.
unfollow.
No, you would never.
I would never. Are
We
you
need
kidding?
him. Listen, he said the Wizards are trying to do everything to get Masai, willing to offer $10 million for him to run their basketball department. By the way,
I don't care.
$10 million is 4 times less than what John Wall will make for the next few seasons. 40 plus million. Listen, Masai, the beginning of this year, for the last 5 years, he said, we want to win in Toronto, we want to win in Toronto. You heard him after the game, said, we said we wanted to win in Toronto, and now we won in Toronto. Could not be happier for a guy
I'm
who's
so happy
not
for
only a
Masai.
great human being, but obviously very good at his job as well. And Masai Ujiri joined, it looks like Brad Fay and Alvin Williams on the court at Oracle after the Raptors won the championship.
All right, Masai, we'll get to the history and the making of this team the last calendar year or so, but give me your reaction when that final buzzer sounded after they made you wait about 3 minutes for the review to make sure that the clock was set where it was supposed to be.
That review lasted like 4 hours, didn't it? And I was wondering what the hell is going on. But no, honestly, I'll tell you, I'm feeling like this or feeling like that. I can't even feel it right now. You know, like it hasn't sank in. I hope. I'm going on a long plane right now, and I know it will sink in, but it's unbelievable for the players and the coaches and ownership. Alvin knows, like these guys paved the way for us, and we kept growing, kept building, and here we find ourselves with another ring.
Absolutely.
Nice. Going through everything you've been going through since coming here, right? I look at you, I've always seen a confident man. Decisions you had to make to get the Raptors where they are today. How much doubt, how many days were there where you were unsure about some of the decisions you had to make, some of the decisions you didn't make? How did you go about that?
Honestly, Alvin, there are so many trades, decisions that we don't make, and you're like, man, thank God I didn't do that one. You know what I mean? Like I say, being as humble as I can, that I never regret. You prepare. I have an unbelievable team. These guys, Bobby Webster, Teresa, Dan, Keith, they prepare us well, you know, like for these moments. And when you prepare well is when you make decisions that are not, there's no preparation, then you doubt. But we never do that. You know, we have to go through it tons and tons of times and go through a process. And when you prepare well, you just put your hands up and say, you know what, we're going in like this, and this is how we're going to die with it. And that's what we did with those decisions. And people talk about how tough it was and blah and all the reaction, you know, like, but that's sports, right? You know, like it's up and down, you know, and people react differently. But, you know, here we are, and with a little bit of luck. Yeah, you need plenty luck in sports. So I want to emphasize that. A couple of their players hurt, a few bounces here, and then resilience and toughness, because this team is tough. This team is really tough.
Well, you talk about that long plane ride. I'm sure it will sink in. It'll hit you more than a few times, and then we will see you on Monday in downtown Toronto for the parade that's been 26 years in the making since the last time they did that.
Oh, is it Monday? The parade is on Monday?
Yeah.
Is it? I didn't even know yet.
I hope Masai gets the memo at some point.
I didn't get the memo yet. I'll check my phone.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy for
Thank
you, man.
I'll say Alvin has declared that the parade is on Monday.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fantastic stuff.
Just so happy for Masai, and look at the fans.
Everybody take a jump, take a jump. Yes, a full vibe in Toronto. I love this. I love this, Danielle. People of every ethnicity, every color, every nationality, every age, just doing their thing, and that is the scene across the country today. We saw viewing parties all over the place that were similar to this.
And we talked the whole run about this, because I think it's been our favorite part, is how much this has brought everyone together, and I'm so happy everyone gets to celebrate together now in the streets. Own this. I have read some funny tweets about people who remember this for the Blue Jays in 1992, 1993. We do not, so it's really nice to be soaking this
You were
up.
born though, right?
I was alive.
I was 4.
I was living on this earth,
Yeah,
but
really, like I was not.
processing what was going on. It was certainly not partying, so this is a really nice treat for everyone.
The TTC extending their hours today, okay? 2:20ish a.m. Eastern time
Shout
was the
out
last
TTC.
subway. If we want to cut to my screen, guys, I'll show you one of the last scenes. I don't know if you could hear it or not.
Oh, it's so good.
No, you guys can't hear it. Doesn't matter.
So I think the actual tweet said, "This is every stop." There we go.
I'll just let you hear it through my chest, because that's what's beating anyways, guys. Every stop. I'll play it again. Just because I don't think you got a full justice there. People leaving the subway to celebrate with others getting on the subway, only to get back on the subway, Danielle.
Most Toronto thing ever. I love it. Yeah.
Look at that. Right. There's other carts, guys. There's other carts.
No, because you can imagine it's party in there too.
I imagine, again, every ride home right now, regardless of how you're doing it, and make sure you're doing it safely, please, is just a whole, I keep saying it, a whole vibe.
It's a
just
vibe,
a whole vibe.
because it is.
It's a whole vibe. Listen, a guy that maybe is not always a vibe, but is a fun guy and a fun vibe, and was most certainly on this night, Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP, just a third player ever to win Finals MVP with 2 different teams joining Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James. Yes.
I think we talked about his incredible records this whole time. He's joining lists with players that the best of the best. Like when you're joining a list that includes that kind of caliber of talent, it shows exactly what he can do.
We've been waiting all season to get this version of this guy. We saw it in Game 7 when he hit a buzzer beater against Philly, obviously, and then the championship game, Game 6 against the Warriors.
Because he's fully focused, man.
He was focused on joining Alvin Williams and Brad Fay at Oracle on the court after winning his second ever Finals MVP. Here he is.
Well, here's Kawhi Leonard, the third player to win Finals MVP with 2 different teams. The question is kind of obvious in the aftermath of it when the buzzer went after that 3-minute delay that felt like about an hour before they got the clock back. What's the initial reaction for you after all you've been through this year?
When it finally ended, man, just put my hands in the air and was just like thanking God. It was so amazing, dude. This season was so up and down, and we did it.
From last year to this year, who's the one, if it's one person, the one person that you can give a lot of credit to help you get through everything you've been through that's not in the basketball world? Who would that be?
My family, it was a lot of people. My mom, my uncle, my girlfriend, my kids, everybody, pretty much my family and friends, just keep motivating me and let me know that, I'm not wrong, and, just take your time.
Second time champion for you, third time you've made the run all the way through the finals. All the ups and downs and all the moments and the dramatic emotional shifts. How difficult is this now that you stand here with the championship? How does everybody feel other than the obviously celebration?
So tired right now, man. I can barely stand, but it's so hard just getting to the finals, man. You've seen what we've been through. You've seen the Game 7 shot that I made. It's just things like that. Is this much margin to winning a basketball game from either getting a tip ball or a rebound or a shot going in. It's very hard. It's very hard to win those 16 games, man.
I don't have any more. I'm just sitting here in admiration right now. I'm soaking it in with you, man.
Well, congratulations, another world championship for you and the first for Toronto, first north of the border in the history of the NBA.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Congrats,
Enjoy.
man.
Thanks, Kawhi.
Congrats to you.
This is poetic. You won it all, my friend.
This is poetic. You just gotta watch it happen.
Look at the Green Ranger.
6 and 6.
So this
Kyle
is of course
Lowry with the
fans
ring.
celebrating.
Kawhi Leonard.
This is not in downtown
Chips in the
Toronto.
city. I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. Bring them dips. That dynasty's over. We did what we had to do. Praying for KD. Praying for Big South City. And tonight belongs to Toronto. No, it doesn't. It's not about what it means. You know what it means. You can turn your cameras up to the screen and know what that is. We did this. We did this off of heart. We did this off of love. We willed this into existence. We manifested this. I told you the first time. You'd like to make memes. Make another meme out of this. It's beautiful. Look at my brothers up there celebrating. It is what it is. You see what my hat says. Not finals. Not Eastern Conference. Not nice try. Or see
That's what I said. Like anywhere you could have gone. And look, I was lucky enough to go visit a couple viewing parties in this city on Friday for Game 4. And like I said at the end of it, like you could have gone anywhere in the country and it would have been the same. Everybody wanted to be part of something, Danielle. Everybody wanted to be part of this moment in any way they could. And for them, for new fans, old fans, it was about coming together with strangers, with people you love, with people you hate, and forming a bond over this team because it united the country, and now they're champions.
And sharing your stories. It's been so awesome to hear why their connection started with this team in the first place. There's been a lot of day oneers, and there's been a lot of people that have just learned how to say Kawhi Leonard. Like you said, we were joking about that.
My mom just learned how to pronounce his name.
Faisal's mom just learned, and I'm so proud of her. We're going to hear from...
I'm proud of Drake.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Basically, FaZe just wants to put as much Drake as possible into this little show for you. I agree, because he's hilarious. So we're going to show you Drake. I'm not sure what this was, but we're going to show you more Drake.
This is poetic. This is poetic. You just got to watch it happen. 6 and 6. Kyle Lowry with the ring. Kawhi Leonard bringing a chip to the city. I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips. That dynasty's over. We did what we had to do. Praying for KD, praying for Big Poppy. But tonight belongs to Toronto.
Drake, what does this mean?
No, it doesn't mean. It's not about what it means. You know what it means. You can turn your cameras up to the screen and know what it means. We did this. We did this off of heart. We did this off of love. We willed this into existence. We manifested this. I told you the first time. People like to make memes. Make another meme out of this. It's beautiful. Look at my brothers up there celebrating. It is what it is. You see what my hat says. Not finals. Not Eastern Conference. Not nice try, or see you next year. Champions. Let's go. Real talk.
Chips and dip. 10 apples for Kawhi.
On a
yada,
tattoo.
yada, yada.
Make a
Love
meme out of this.
that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Drake, listen, I need that gear. I need that gear yesterday.
If there's one thing we know from tonight, it's that FaZe needs that hat stat. So
All right.
get on it.
We saw mad people at Oracle again, making their presence felt. They apparently were asked to leave. They did not. Why would they?
Why would you leave?
Correct. Again, if you're buying a bunch of gear there, be careful with customs, be careful with duties. You're going to be asked by the border people what's going on. And so are these people. If you can take my laptop, it's this tweet from the Canadian. Listen, I don't associate Canadian Border Services Agency with humor.
Absolutely not.
I've had my fair share of issues,
jokes, No jokes, and look, coming through, like,
They
this
got
is how
mad
much
jokes.
the Raptors are bringing people together. That Canada Border Services Agency was like, you know what, we're going to throw a little.
Do you have to claim customs on that?
A little funny.
I don't know.
I love
Basketball
it,
was
though.
invented in Canada. I don't know. I'm just saying.
That'd be epic, though, if we could get video of Kawhi declaring the Larry O'Brien
I also love how they have the hashtag be aware and declare as if, people will watch that one right now. Be aware. We don't care right now.
You only have $700 to spend at Oracle, I think, in 24 hours, so be wise.
Unless you were there for a couple days and it's a little bit more.
If you were a quick 24 hours, you don't have much, okay?
All right, our Sid Sixero captured
so
the
happy
moment
with this.
in the only way he knows how, using his phone and a television to get Kawhi Leonard.
But it's
I don't even know. I'm not even going to say any words. Just watch my guy. You know what? For Donovan, I'll say it. Trying to catch a bubble in the locker room right now. Trying to catch a wine. He wanted to go to Carabana.
Actually, I feel like that he obviously learned his dance moves from DJ, because I think that's how DJ dances too.
I'm playing it again.
It's so
I
good.
don't care. Look at this guy.
You want to see a fun guy?
This is a fun guy.
A fun guy.
Oh, Sid loves the clout. 25,000 retweets on my guy Sid. All right, G. I see you.
Taping his TV. Yeah, good
I'm surprised
stuff.
he was up that late, to be honest with you.
I'm glad he was. Can't miss
One
that.
more. Post locker room. Actually, I think this was from your wedding.
Yeah, true facts. That is the aftermath of my wedding on May 18th. Yeah, we got a couple laughs. You
One
got
laugh.
some jokes in here.
One out of
Hayes.
two. That's okay. 50%.
It was both my wedding and the Raptors post-game celebration.
No, this is wild because a couple Raptors don't drink. Kyle Lowry, Danny Green. So everyone had to make up for the fact that a couple guys were not taking part in that, and we can come back, guys.
It sometimes crushes me because it's just strewn around everywhere and not drink.
That's okay. You can always have my drinks, Danielle.
Thank you, Faze.
All right.
I got your back.
Another guy who's got our back and is part of our team is Donovan Bennett.
Yes.
Not with us here today, out doing some other work in other parts of the world. That's kind of the thing we do. The three of us have been dropping content again all playoff long, and we will continue to do so beyond beyond the Raptors run, all summer
stick with
long,
us.
into the hockey season, into the Raptors repeat championship season.
It's free agent. It's the NBA draft in like a week,
The
isn't
NHL
it?
draft next week, NHL awards next week. Look, things are just getting started. So again, I want to remind you guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to Sportsnet on YouTube, where a lot of you are watching right now, youtube.com/Sportsnet. If you're watching right now, hit the little subscribe button, smash that like button, smash that thumbs up button. That's what all the people say on
real
YouTube
thing.
videos. I hate it. But I don't hate you guys, and I want you guys to be part of this. Follow Follow
It's
Sportsnet.
2:18 a.m.
Tell them
FaZe
where
is
to follow.
losing
Tell
it.
them where to follow.
I want you to follow us on Twitter.
Okay.
I'd like you to follow us on Facebook
Okay.
and Instagram,
Okay.
because that's where all the heat content
Do
comes
we have
from.
Snapchat?
No, Snapchat.
we're working on it. So everything will come on the other platforms right now. MySpace,
SoundCloud.
Twitter,
I don't really know technology. I don't know if I'm supposed to be part of this team.
Twitter. You see it down. Oh, you saw it down there. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Sportsnet. Again, more fire content.
Yes.
Raptors fire content coming at you too in the next few days. Into next week, the parade. We will be covering that extensively as well.
parade.
First major one in the city since the Raptors did their thing.
Sorry,
the Blue Jays did their thing in 1993. Danielle and I were both there being carried by our parents.
Yes.
I was not
I
actually.
was. That's a fact.
My
but
parents would never go in a place with that many people in traffic. They'd be like, no, we're staying home.
We'll
And we
watch
did.
from home.
All right. This is a championship for the home city of Toronto. It means a lot.
24 years, and the Toronto Raptors have done it.
Yes, the Raptors are NBA champions. Let's rein it back in for a second and take in the fact that they beat the Warriors at Oracle 3 times in the series, 4 times this year. They shut down the building. They turned out the lights. Kawhi Leonard's going to be like, when they leave,
Unbelievable.
shutting down Oracle, the last game ever played there. Other big news, of course, from this series, KD torn Achilles, probably out the season. Klay Thompson tore his ACL in Game 6, likely out until, Woj was speculating, February or March, maybe longer, depending on the severity of that as well.
Bad.
It doesn't take away, in my opinion, from the Raptors championship. I know people put asterisks on things they want to, but the Warriors have had some injury luck. through their years, through their runs, through their things, and so the Raptors can claim they're champions without having to contextualize it or justify it to anyone. The Raptors are NBA champions. To get a pulse of what this means, our Donovan Bennett with his championship Raptors edition winning essay.
We won. Yes, we. I mean, they did it. They were bloodied. They took charges. They took heat checks. They understood the grind. They bet on themselves. They put the process and the Greek freak on a poster. They beat the buzzer. But we created this. Don't believe me? Ask Aubrey. We believed in Masai. We had to lose a sacrificial lamb that stayed loyal. But to win some, you have to lose some. This was the team with the purple uniforms and jagged pinstripes. The team with a red dinosaur as a logo. The team compared more to Barney the dinosaur in Jurassic Park the movie than it was to winning basketball. The team playing basketball in a baseball stadium. But after years of heartbreak, the diehards in the park didn't die, they multiplied and went west. Maybe Tim Lewicki was onto something. For all the fans who were told basketball wouldn't be big in this country. For everyone from another country who are new Canadians but old Raptors fans. For everyone involved in basketball who were treated like second-class citizens. This is yours. Your first-class organization won their first championship and embodied a dynasty. Respect to Kyle. Rate you, Fred. Salute to Siakam. Gracias, Gasol. Thank you, Kawhi, and thank you, Masai. He said we will win in Toronto, and we did. And now we're flexing on them. And now we're trending and we're viral because we're champions. No matter if you're bandwagon or a day one diehard, this one's for you. Enjoy it.